Alright, hello. Welcome back to the channel. We're doing another tier list today. Before I start the tier list, I just want to say this is my current rank, Grandmaster 2, with a 60% win rate. Almost a Hulk one trick, although I do whip out the Groot and Magneto when solo tanking on Hulk isn't working. If we do all seasons, you can see that Magneto is actually my most played. I also play Strange for Portal. Play Luna and Adam when I need to play supports. Play Namor here and there. Captain America to touch point in overtime if Portal's already been used. And yeah. So that's just some context on who I am as a player before I give you my tier list. I do look at stats, although I don't think stats are an end-all be-all in of themselves. One, because this data isn't entirely accurate, because if you hide your profile, you will not be shown on this webpage. Two, because this isn't official data from NetEase, so although I do think that they're accurate, well, we can't know for 100% certainty. And then three, I don't think stats show the whole story. So, for example, Penny has a high win rate. Yes, people will think that she's broken because of it. They have an incorrect assessment because her high win rate is determined because of her low pick rate. When I do look at data, I always do this. I either do Celestial Plus or I do Eternity Plus, because I do feel like if you're going to look at data, you should be looking at the data from the higher ranks, not the mid ranks, not the low ranks. And the reason why is because you're seeing how hero performance is when a hero is played to its fullest potential. Let me check here. Yep, just a little notification that I'm live. Okay. So with that out of the way, let's start with the tier list. And the way this is going to work is it's going to go tank, DPS, and then support. Okay, so if you see and it's to the left is more strong. But if you see a tank that's to the left of a DPS or a support, that doesn't mean the tank is better than that DPS or support. That's just the order of the tier list. But if you see a tank that's to the left of a tank, that tank is better. If you see a DPS that's to the left of a DPS, that DPS is better. If you see a support that's to the left of a support, that support is better. So it's in order of tier in terms of their role, but roles will stay separate. Because it's hard to say, oh, this tank is better than the DPS, or this DPS is better than support, because they're a different role, you know? So with that out of the way, let's start with the tanks. Oh, let's start with the tier list itself. Okay, so I have Broken. These are heroes that I think are in almost immediate need of a nerf. Like, I'm actually surprised they either haven't been nerfed yet when I look at them. Then you have meta. So these are heroes that are like, you're either going to see them every match, and if you don't see them, it's because they're banned. Or like maybe their team up is banned and whatever. But they are like so incredibly strong that they're meta. Then they're strong, but they're not quite meta. You know, like you should be using these if these ones are banned and you don't want to abuse Broken. Then you have Decent. These are heroes like, yeah, you can get away with using them. They're pretty good. Then mid. This is mid as in like, I can't say middle of the pack because the way NetEase balances their game is it's very top heavy. They like to have a lot of heroes that are really strong, meta or broken, whatever. So I'm saying mid as in like negative. Then highly situational. This is like almost a separate tier from all the others. Like it kind of doesn't fit in a traditional tier list because it's just like if you're using them in the situation where they're good in, like you're just gonna dominate. But if you don't use them in the proper situation, then you're feeding. Then I have playable. This is just like one step above weak. These are heroes that you can use, but I would not recommend. And then there's weak. These are heroes that are just you're just cooked if this is your main in the big season 2.5. And here's the thing to keep in mind is this is all relative, right? So what's broken now, what's meta now is relative based on what people are actually using. Okay? Let me skip this advertisement here, and then we can get started with the official tier lists. Alright. So I'll start with tanks. I think, and I'll just go in order of how it shows me here. So I think Hulk is strong. I think he is the best tank when it comes to contesting flyers. I think he is the best, I'd say second best dive tank. Although the way to play him right now is you kind of just farm your ult off of frontline, and then you dive when you have ult. Or if you see someone out of position, you dive them. But I think he's the second best dive tank, and I'll say who I think the first best dive tank is later. Oh, speaking of, I actually think Cap is the best dive tank, but I think Hulk is a better tank than Cap right now, just because Hulk has the ability to contest flyers, but I think Cap is strong. I think people overestimated the nerfs and they underestimate Cap. I think he still has the same issues that he had last season. So last season I thought he was broken, but I think this season with the nerfs he's still strong. He's just not as strong as he used to be. One, because of the nerfs, and two, because of the things that they buffed. I think Doctor Strange is also still strong. I'd say he's stronger than Cap, just because the meta for Strange is better. The meta for shield tanks is better than Dive. But I think he's weaker than Hulk. One, because Hulk is a better team up, right? So if you're going to say, oh, use this hero for team up, I think Hulk's team up is much better than Strange. But two, because Hulk can consistently deny ults, he can consistent with his exile, I think and his bubbles. And I think he's more independent than what Strange is. And he's also much better at taking out flyers than Strange is. So Strange, you can contest flyers if you do your float up ability. But that's having to use a cooldown versus Hulk, where his jump is not even on a cooldown. But I could see it going either way. I could even see Strange being considered meta just because of the shield. But I do think, as a Hulk player, I think Hulk is stronger than Strange. And I do play Strange too, but I just, from what I've seen, I feel like Hulk is stronger. I feel like people really underestimate Hulk. Groot. I'd say Groot is stronger than Strange. I actually think no glaze though. I'm not saying this just because I'm a Hulk main. I still think Hulk is better than Groot. I think Groot gets absolutely melted by flyers. He gets melted by poke heroes from range, like Punisher, Hela, Hawkeye. Yeah, he can put up his walls, but he just gets melted. And Hulk gets melted too, but Hulk can contest the flyers. Hulk can dive the people that are about to melt him, and then he has his bubble, and then he can exile them, clap, punch, punch, kill, you know? All three of these tanks that are could kind of go either way. Magneto's broken. Do I need to say more? Like, he's a combo that can instantly burst down a squishy. He is probably the best tank ult in the game, besides maybe Groot. Insane survivability. They buffed him for who knows why. He's the best solo tank. He does it all. Like, if you don't have a Magneto on your team, it's like, what are you doing? And I hate that he's busted because he's the most boring tank to play. Besides maybe Penny. I don't know. Speaking of Penny, the definition of highly situational. She's absolutely cracked on defense for convergence maps. She's got a cracked team up. But if you don't have those two conditions met, she is weak. She's probably the worst tank if you don't have those conditions met. Thor, so he just got buffed. And I actually think he's, I'd say he's mid, even with his buffs. The problem with Thor is he's got no damage mitigation, right? So Hulk, Cap, they have their shield or their bubble. Groot has his walls. Magneto, Strange, they have shield. Venom has his E. All Thor has is Awakening. And, like, yeah, he can cancel his Awakening. But, like, that is nowhere near the amount of survivability that is being granted to a Venom E. Or to Hulk Bubble or to shields or whatever. So, because of that reason, because Poke is meta, Thor is mid. If Brawl becomes meta, Thor would probably be strong. Thing is weak. Same issues as Thor, but even worse. Although he does counter Black Panther. So I almost want to put him in highly situational. Because he counters Black Panther, Iron Fist, Spider-Man. But, like, so does Penny. So does Emma. And Emma does it even better than he does. So does Hulk to an extent. Like, I don't know. He's just kind of weak. Venom is decent. Like, he's just a worse version of what Cap and Hulk is trying to do. Because he doesn't have the damage mitigation that they do. He can't deal with CC immunity, like the way they have CC immunity. So he gets cooked by Emma even more than they do. And they get cooked by Emma pretty bad. They also get cooked by Wolverine pretty bad. Which you'll see later where I place Wolverine. Emma is broken. I unironically think that she's better than Magneto. Her grab is absolutely broken. The fact that she can one-shot Venom before he can use his E ability, if she grabs him and does the crystal on him, is just insane. Like, she just, like, the meta literally revolves around her being busted. Like, so many heroes would be good if she wasn't in the game. Like, Thing would be good if she wasn't in the game. Thor would be good if she wasn't in the game. Magic would be good if she... Like, it's just insane. She literally defines the current meta. Black Panther... is kind of mid. I think he's mid. I think he's probably one of the worst dive heroes right now. I think people either A, if you're a support main, I think you overestimate how good dive is. And I think if you're a dive player, I think you underestimate how bad it is. Like, I don't think it's as bad as a lot of the support mains are saying, and I don't think it's as good as any support player is saying. Or I don't think it's as bad as any dive main is saying. Like, a lot of Black Panther mains will swear he is the worst hero in the game. And I just don't see it. Like, if you have teams, pro teams that are playing for money using Black Panther in tourney, can you really say he's the worst in the game? I don't think so. I think he's actually pretty decent. Or, not decent, but mid. He's mid this season. Black Widow's situational. She's only good if you have either A, Mantis damage boost, or a Storm damage boost, and on really long range maps with like long sight lines. Without those situations, she's just weak. But in those situations, she's pretty cracked. Hawkeye is busted. He's broken. The Luna team up is insane. You can one-shot supports out of their ults without him having to use anything. Like, not even a cooldown. Yeah, it's just broken. Hella broken. Just the 2-tapping from range is just insane. Her CC is like a guaranteed kill. She has the best escape ability out of any DPS. A decent ult. Her passive is just insane. Like, it's just too much going on. There's just too much going on with this hero. She's just broken. Iron Fist. Mid. He can contest flyers, so that's something that makes him better than BP. I mean, BP can contest flyers too, but like, it's way more challenging. But like, while he's contesting the flyers, he's doing like no damage. Like, you can almost just effectively ignore him if you have an Ultron drone on. It's just sad. Just sad. I think Mr. Fantastic's actually pretty decent. I think he does kind of get cooked by from range by a lot of poke heroes. Although he does have his like his square off mode where he like can reflect damage. So at least he has that going for him. And his ult will either get a kill or get a support ult in response. The same cannot be said for Iron Fist and Black Panther, who like you can just ignore it by healing each other. I don't know. Iron Man is meta. I wouldn't say he's broken because there's a lot of good counterplay to him. And a lot of the heroes that I would consider broken are the counterplay, so I'd say he's just meta. Magic is mid, unfortunately. Struggles against flyers, struggles against poke. Gets destroyed too easily. Although she has a better ult than Iron Fist, so I'd say she's better than Iron Fist. Moon Knight is weak. I think he's probably the worst hero in the game. If you're playing Moon Knight, you're trolling. And yeah, there's not much else to say. I mean, he gets 2-tapped by Hela from range, 1-tapped by Hawkeye from ranged. Punisher will just out DPS him unless he's got the heal ability from Cloak and Dagger. Psylocke bullies him. Black Panther bullies him. Spider-Man bullies him. Magic, Iron Fist, they all bully him. Cap, like all the dive characters bully him. He can't win a single 1v1. And then his damage is not lethal unless he's like doing crazy flanks. And if he's doing crazy flanks, he just gets killed. The only way he gets a kill is if you didn't expect him there at all. You weren't paying attention, and he does his like little combo on you, and you're a squishy. And you're grouped up with your team while he's doing it. Otherwise, he just farms support ults for them. He's weak. What else to say? I think Namor is decent. I think with team up he would be strong, but without team up he's just decent. Psylocke is meta. Probably slightly worse than Iron Man. Although she can contest flyers, which is great. Sorry, I have an advertisement. Sorry guys, I'm poor. I don't have YouTube Premium. Let's actually compare Psylocke to Iron Man. Let's see. So Psylocke has a slightly better win rate than Iron Man. Slightly better pick rate than Iron Man, but a much worse ban rate. Let's do Celestial Plus. Or let's do Celestial Plus, sorry. Celestial Plus. Iron Man is better. Iron Man's better. Yeah. Yeah, I think it's safe to say that Iron Man's slightly better than Psylocke right now. Especially because he enables one of the better team-ups in the game. Although Psylocke has a better team-up with Emma as the enabler, so it's kind of hard to say. Could go either way. Iron Man has a much better ult, though. Because I think Psylocke's ult gets too easily countered. Like, you just heal each other. Lamps, Soul Bond, whatever. Support ult. Versus Iron Man's, like, his only really counter is, like, shooting at him. But if he's getting pocketed, you can't kill him. And then a Magneto ult can counter. But that's really it. I guess a shield can counter too, but yeah. Scarlet Witch is playable. Like, at least she can contest flyers. Yeah, I'd say she's playable. I mean, pro teams use her in scrims, so she's playable. I think Spider-Man's actually decent. Actually, I almost want to say strong. I think people really underestimate Spider-Man value. Because I think he's better than Namor. I think he's better than Fantastic. Is he a whole tier above them, though? Like, he can contest flyers, except for Ultron gives him some problems. He could do map pulls, which is crazy value. He's got a decent ult. If he dies, he just comes right back so quickly. He's hard to kill. Although he gets countered by Emma pretty decently. I don't know. I'll put him in strong for now, and then I'll reevaluate later. Squirrel Girl is situational. She's good when you're in these like narrow choke point maps where everyone's grouped up and you're on offense and you're trying to get out of spawn. Like, let's say they're hard holding you in spawn on convoy, like especially on the new map. She's really good for getting out of that type of situation. Or the Thor convoy map too. Really good for just getting out of spawn and getting stuff rolling. And then you'd want to switch. Because her ult is very weak. Like, you just hop on the convoy and you're dodging her ult. She gets countered by triple support because then she's not killing anything. She's decent anti-dive, actually, with her grab. But yeah, besides that, she's really weak, I would say. I would pit her in playable or weak, but because there's situations where she's really strong, she's going here. I think Star-Lord is strong. I think he's very strong, actually, with the res comp. Which is why I think the stats can't say everything. Because if you look at stats, he's got one of the worst win rates. He's got a relatively low pick rate. Or kind of middle of the pack pick rate. And a very low ban rate. So you would think, oh, he's mid. But no, he's actually got one of the most impactful ults. He does decent damage. He can contest flyers. He can contest off-angling poke heroes. I think he's strong. I just think there are better heroes to play right now. I think with res comp, he would be meta. Punisher is meta. He's probably the best meta DPS in the game right now. I almost want to pit him in broken, but he doesn't have anything that's like uncounterable, right? I think Hella Hawkeye do what Punisher wants to do, but slightly better. Although I do think tracking is easier than the type of aim required for Hella and Hawkeye. So I think he's easier to play than them. He's got a better ult than them. His shotgun is pretty good, but besides that, I think they're better. I think Storm is meta. Either meta or strong. We'll do meta. Because Jeff NATO is busted still. But outside of Jeff NATO, she's just meta. What's next? Bucky. Is Bucky meta? See, with my... So I'm in a few teams. Like, I did a draft league. I did some tryouts for some MRC teams. And in almost every single one of them, there's a Bucky player. And now, is that because Bucky is meta? Or is that because Bucky is used to be meta and people just haven't changed? I feel like he's got the second best DPS ult in the game. Okay, I'm gonna pit Bucky in because he still bullies tanks. He can slightly contest flyers, but not on the same level as these three. But he's got a better ult than all of them, except for... He does got a better ult than all of them. I think Wolverine is the only one that's got a better DPS ult. I'm gonna put him in strong. I'm gonna put him in meta. Let's see. Let's look at the stats. Let's look at the stats. Let's do Eternity Plus. We'll do pick rate. Second most picked. But at the bottom of pick rate, or win rate, but that's because he's picked so often. But he's like not banned. So you've got Hella, Wolverine that are getting played just about the same, but being banned way more. You got Psylocke being played about the same if you consider bans. Higher win rate too. Dang, look at this ban rate on Spider-Man. Wow. People are still banning Spider-Man. What? I wonder what it is in one above all. Wow. Almost a 16% ban rate in one above all. Yeah, I'm gonna put Bucky in strong. Yeah. He's strong, but he gets burnt by Hella Hawkeye from range. He isn't the best at contesting flyers. He's a really good tank bully, but he doesn't bully Emma, and Emma's the best tank. God, this character's so busted. Please nerf Emma. It would change the meta so much if you just nerfed Emma just a little bit. And nerf Meg too. Holy. Like how many seasons in a row is Mag gonna be like top tier tank? Wolverine. Broken. I think he's the best DPS in the game. He's got the best ults. He bullies tanks. The only tank he doesn't bully is Emma, and even then it's just a skill matchup. It's who's better. He can counter support ults. The game will revolve around him if he's good on the team. Like, he's just the best. Learn Wolverine if you're a DPS main. He's too busted. Okay. I think Torch is decent. I mean, he's a flyer. Flyer and poke is meta, so he's decent. Although a lot of Torch players are acting like he's unplayable, but I think it's the same situation as BP. People love to claim that, like, as soon as their hero that they play is nerfed, that it's unplayable. Like, I remember the rank 1 Wolverine player had a video about how Wolverine is unplayable right now. And then I'm watching all the Ignite streams, and every single team has a Wolverine player if Wolverine isn't banned. So I think people just like to over-exaggerate. I think maybe Namor is better with team up. Without team up, Torch is better. Or they're about the same. We'll do that. I think they're about the same without team up, and then with team up, Namor is better, so I'll have Namor higher. Alright, now supports. Supports. Adam is situational. He's good with res comp. He's good with triple support. Outside of that, you're trolling. Think Cloak and Dagger is strong. I used to think she was the worst support in the game. But after watching Ignite and watching how people pop off with this hero, I think I've been misguided by their player base. Okay? Because I'm a Hulk main, and I thrive off the fact that these Cloak and Dagger one tricks, or these Lord Cloak and Daggers, are just bad at the game. I'm sorry. I have to say it. Like, call it rage bait if you want. You know, cancel me if you want. But almost every Cloak and Dagger player I see is horrible at the game. Like, if they're on my team, they want to ban Mag. They want to ban Hawkeye because they're scared of getting killed in their ult. Whereas when I'm watching them play in Ignite, they ult in a way that is impossible to kill them. You know? Or they're wanting to ban Spider-Man or Black Panther, as if Cloak and Dagger doesn't have some of the best anti-dive in her kit that there is. So I think I just underestimated her in previous tier lists because the player base is bad with her. But in higher ranks and in like the top lobbies, she's doing all right. Like, I don't think she's doing all right here. Maybe we'll see. She's doing okay. Yeah, but I do think support is the most busted role in the game right now, and you'll see why in a moment. I think Invisible Woman is broken. I think her push-pull ability is just way too forgiving. The fact that it can, like, team wipe off the map on sun maps is crazy. It's just too easy to use. Too busted. She can heal flyers pretty easily. Yeah. She's just very strong. Just broken, actually. You need to nerf the push-pull. Nerf the push-pull and she'll go to meta or just strong. I think Jeff is situational. Or mid. Let's put him in mid. He's busted with Jeff NATO. And then outside of that, he's playable. So I think that would even out to being mid. I think Loki is busted. Does insane damage. He struggles at healing flyers, though. And there's so many flyers. The fact that he can copy any ult in the game. Plus lamps. He's harder to use than Invis, though. So I'll put him there. Luna. easier to use than Invis and Loki, yet somehow better. Has a better ult, has better abilities besides the push, pull, and lamps. You know, but like the fact that she could heal herself, she does better damage. I'm pretty sure, like if you go, let's do this one because this one shows you like actual data, like who's doing the most healing. Luna. Who's doing the most damage out of the supports? Not Luna. Okay, I guess it's because she's kind of heal botting. That's crazy. I would expect more. I would certainly expect more damage than the cloak. Wow, Adam is doing more damage than Spider-Man. That's crazy. He's doing the most kills though. Spider-Man does decent kills. Yeah, Luna's toward the bottom. That's crazy. Does she keep herself alive though? No? Okay. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. I do think that she gets overshield and doesn't seem damage is busted. And she's the best ult in the game besides Loki. And Loki's just copying her half the time anyways, so. Mantis situational. Same as Adam. Good with res comp. Although worse than Adam, because Adam is the one who does the anchor for it, and Adam does better damage. And Adam can contest flyers. And Adam has soul bond. Like, I don't know. Adam's just better than Mantis in every way. But both are situational. Rocket is strong. I'd say he's about the same as Cloak and Dagger. Like, I think Cloak and Dagger is better at keeping the team alive. I don't know. They're about the same at keeping the team alive. If Rocket can bounce his healing orbs. Although Cloak and Dagger has better abilities to keep the team alive. But Rocket does what Cloak and Dagger does, but more safely. Rocket has the res beacon, which is better. Rocket has a better team up. But Cloak and Dagger has a better ult. We'll do that. Oh, there's one missing. Ultron. Why is Ultron not in here? Okay. Just save image. Whatever. I'll add Ultron. Okay. I think Ultron is meta. I don't think he's broken, because I don't think he does enough healing. I don't think his ult is powerful enough. I think there's a lot of counterplay against Ultron, so I don't think he's broken. But I do think he's meta, because the team up is so strong. He gets his ult incredibly fast. Pitting a drone on certain heroes just makes them almost unkillable. So yeah, I think he's meta. Okay, let's look at this tier list. I think tanks are good. What do we think? Let's see. Yeah, Penny's the worst tank if she doesn't have team up. I agree. And yeah, so Hulk's bubble prevents dash resets. And also, while Black Panther is wall climbing to like jump on a support or whoever he wants to jump on, while he's in the wall crawling animation, you can it's considered an air tackle. You can tackle him. So, hey, thank you, Zandy. Just trying to make a tier list here. So yeah. And Hulk enables the Namor team up. But like even Hulk on his own will counter a Black Panther. Why am I not getting notifications for these? Oh well. Okay. Who else is here? Alright. God, this tier list is very top heavy. Okay, maybe I'm blazing Hulk a little too much. Maybe I put Hulk right here. Or here. It's hard to say, because has anyone used Hulk in Ignite? Like, let's go to YouTube. And let's go to Ignite. Like, has anyone at all used Hulk? Because if not, then I guess I have to lower Hulk's ranking. Okay, Spark Chief was using Hulk. And they also played Cap. Okay, wow, Thing is being used. That's crazy. Huh. Bucky's being used. But I think Bucky's being used because Loki's being used. Bucky's really good against Loki. I have seen Cap used more than Hulk so far. No way. I thought he was gonna kill through support. Wait, what is that? Interesting. Thank you for the follows. I am seeing Strange used more than Hulk as well. God. It's really hard to make tier lists, guys, because like, there's so many good heroes. Whew. Maybe Torch is better than anymore. I don't really see anyone using them anymore, even with team up. Yeah, I'm gonna put Strange right here. I don't know, maybe Cap is slightly better than Hulk. No, they're about the same. I do think being able to contest flyers makes Hulk better. I haven't seen Spider-Man get used like at all. So I think people are banning Spider-Man just because they find him annoying, not because he's strong. People will swap to Spider-Man to like to touch point. You know, but I think he's just too hard to use too. Oof. And a single Spider-Man player, like... Okay, is there a way to see what teams are playing when? Because I know FlyQuest has like one of the best Spider-Man players. Okay, so they use Res Comp here with 2 tanks. That's decent. Alright, I'm seeing Thing being used a lot. So I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to move Thing up to highly situational. And I actually think he's better than Penny. What do you think, chat? Yeah, I'm gonna have to lower Spider-Man. Like, I'm just straight up just skipping everywhere, trying to find a single clip, just a single moment of Spider-Man being on the board, and I don't see one. Yeah, it's actually very hard to air tackle. Like, flyers can just dodge, you know? It's not like they're just chilling there. And even if you do air tackle, like, drone will out-heal your damage. wow. We just killed 2 support. Okay, yeah, I just haven't seen a single. Hey, I know K-Jules. I know 3 of these guys. I know Jalen Mans, Chenza, K-Jules. I used to play Splitgate with them. It's a pretty stacked team. But yeah, they're going against Nightmare, which is just like insane. Oh wow, wow, they're almost about to win a map against what's considered the best team. Oof. Oh wow, they actually won a map against. That's crazy. See Venom being used. Yeah, still no Spider-Man. Okay. I think I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put Spider-Man in decent. I'm gonna put Torch in strong. He's still just decent. I don't know. Hard to say. Hard to say. Do that. Actually, he's better at contesting flyers than anyone here. Man, Spider-Man might be the hardest hero to figure out where you're gonna place. Okay, I think I wouldn't say any, like, is any tank meta that isn't MR Mag? Are we gonna say Strange and Groot is meta? I can do this. But with Wolverine being broken, it's hard to say that Groot is meta. With Punisher being meta, it's hard to say that Groot is meta. Alright, I think I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna move this down. Move this down. I think Psylocke. I don't know. Alright. I think this is it. Yeah, very top heavy. Very top heavy balancing from NetEase. Alright. Screenshot that, and there it is. Alright, thank you for checking out my channel. Make sure you do the usual things, like, comment, subscribe, you know the deal. And see you in the next video. It's probably going to be some type of montage. Probably a Hulk montage. Alright, peace.